Hey DOT community, happy holidays, and hopefully you've had yourself a good first day start at the long winter. And I'm going to give you my rundown of what the long winter has to offer. And I honestly think this event is a little bit like The Last Jedi. You either love it or you hate it, and you either find value in it or you don't. And it's going to decide whether or not you kind of go for what I believe is the largest soul event in DOT over the past year at 30,000 souls. So I'm going to give you a good rundown of everything we have looking at this long winter event. Now, of course, we see the introduction of the all-new Abomination Titan, Jotun. Jotun here sounds like a little bit of a combination of a Ragnar and Elethan. As we see in the description, he's a 4-star frost giant, unstoppable force of nature, and he's expending his icy grip over multiple races. So I don't know if they're considering that some kind of a crossover type of Titan. But in the end, he does give us ice damage. You can use one of your new infiltrators if you got Sakani to get a 1.5 boost for souls. Any other 4-star infiltrator gives you a 1.2, and any 3-star infiltrator gives you 1.1. Anything less than that, you're not getting a boost. So for this long winter, we are seeing the introduction of the Shivering Altar for this one here, giving us these look like snow globes, but are actually kind of like little potion bottles as the relics that we're getting to pull for and go for it. Each one of these relics we've seen have offered 8 uses, and you're looking at about 1,800% for the 4-star, 900% for the 3-star, and a few lower percentages for the other 1 and 2 stars. But across the board, they're all 8 uses. Looking at what we've got for the rewards, we've actually got, I believe, again, one of the largest set of rewards in DOT history for a soul event. We've got tokens, we've got 50 portal stones, bonus token as well, and 100 gems that get us started. Pretty standard. All in all, we're looking at a total of 4 tokens that come from this event. But when we look at portal stones, we see through this purple category, we actually earn ourselves up to 150 portal stones. The other nice thing to make note throughout this category here, getting us started, the purple tier, which maxes out at 1,750, is we don't have any 1-star relics or titans. Not that it's always that case, but for a 30,000 soul event, they did at least kick everything off with 2 stars. So you're getting a 2-star Malix, a 2-star Idana, and 2-star relics sprinkled throughout, but those really aren't the most important pieces. Near the end of this purple category, where you get your second 2-star, rather than just 1 Titan per tier, we've got another 250 gems. Throughout this entire event, we actually have the largest set of gem rewards, again, I believe, in a soul event. We're looking at 11,850 gems available throughout this. Going to the blue category, we've got another Frost token, which again gets us closer to our 4 tokens in total. We see some traditional Frost relics, and we see the introduction of the new relics. The first one being the Winter Belt. Now, I do have a few images here to show you of what these belts, gloves, cloaks will offer, as well as what you get them at the base, and a couple of them that I was able to get from the DOT community on Band and Line to show us what they look like as they begin to level up. At the end of the blue category, which wraps up at 3,000 souls, we do get 3-star Tyrius. Let's take a look at the Winter Belt first here. The Winter Belt, which is a 3-star, all-new ice relic, gives us the opportunity to gain free spells. Now, one thing to make note as we look at any of these 3-star and new 4-star relics is they all max out at 1 free spell. So we're not seeing, like we did with like Doomfire or some other, where you can actually get 2 or 3 spells. It's just 1 free spell. Again, we will look at a couple of these that offer some boosts, but we're seeing things like armor, health, for both the Titan or the various troops that Jotun can boost. Going into the bronze category, which kicks off at about 4,000 gems here, or sorry, 4,000 souls, is 750 gems. We have the new 3-star Winter Boots, the new 3-star Winter Cloak, and we have the 3-star Titan Noctis. So even as far as categories go, in a traditional bronze category, we don't see 3 stars. So now, granted, they've added some new tiers, but that's just a nice little break from the standard traditional that we have. Looking at the Winter Boots, again, when you earn it at level 1, you get 1 gain free spell. Now, the 3-star boots will offer things like additional Titan health. We also have the cloak that comes up in just a moment. And the cloak also gives you one free spell, but this will give us Titan armor and also Grenadier armor. I've got a shot of this one here that is leveled up, but we're going to see some different mixes for Titans and troops, both the Goliaths, Grenadiers, even Imperials, and what the different opportunities are to mix with Jotun. Here again, the Winter's Cloak, 15% Titan Armor is where that one hits at about level 5. Halfway through, we also see 12% Grenadier Armor. So Jotun is definitely giving us a push to kind of go for a very mixed troop offense, even a defense, but I don't see the benefit of putting these on there because you don't gain those spells on defense. As we continue into our silver category here, we have at 8,000 souls, 1,750 gems. We've got the 3-star winter gloves, which give you Titan health as well as also Imperial health. We've got the 4-star avalanche. We've got 1 epic tokens here available at 11,000 in this silver category. So again, when you gain the winter gloves, you're looking at a 1 free spell. And as I mentioned, you will also see Titan health and Imperial health as you help this one progress along. And here's a shot of what that starts to look like near the level 7 mark. Again, thanks to the DOT community for putting those out there and allowing me to grab these and put them into the video. Which, of course, I'll just drop that now, that if you're not in the DOT chat on Band, hit up Non-Toxic for that one. Or if you're online, hit me up online to get added to the general DOT chat. Wrapping up the silver category at 12,000 souls, we have 4-star Nexus, which many do appreciate that Infiltrator would be pretty good. And hey, if you get that and you need the boost, then you could also end up using her to give you the 1.2 boost progressively for the rest of the 18,000 souls to go. In the gold category, we kick off with 2,000 gems, the 4-star Ice Hammer, and the new 4-star Winter Belt. So what does this winter belt offer us? Again, we're seeing here at level 1, you gain the 1 free spell. And when it comes to the 4-star relics, I haven't seen too much of them pre-leveled, but I'm assuming they will be something very similar to the various 3-star mixtures, just likely at higher percentages. Rather than being in the teens, I believe we will most likely see them in the 20s and climbing closer to 30 as they reach max level there. So for these new relics alone, if you wanted my opinion, I would say they would be worth it because you can get multiple 4-star relics. In total, you get 6 4-star relics. And even when looking at these Titans here, as we continue to our second epic token at 16,000 souls in the gold category, and in the gold categories when we reach Jotun at 18,000 souls. Now, I've got a few images of what he has to offer, so we'll look at those in a moment. But then we kick into Platinum at 3,000 gems and the 4-star Winter Boots, all of which we will take a look at. But when looking at Titans, you get yourself 2 4-star Titans, and you also get 2 3-star Titans. So, I mean, this event, even though it's 30,000 souls, is essentially like completing 2 standard soul events. You get 2 epic tokens, you've got multiple 4-star, multiple 3-star, even a couple 2-star, and so many relics, so many 3 and 4-star relics. So I think this event is definitely worth it. Looking at Jotun, we see again being a berserker. He does ice damage, 5% base critical is what his original stats are showing here. He also has a 1% base armor. His health is around 1,400. So overall, as a Titan, he is, you know, he's going to be unique a bit. Being a berserker, I know we've got an ice berserker like Krothos already, but his biggest thing is the fact that he buffs multiple different styles of troops. And in the end, we've seen that he is now buffing 3 different troops. So looking at this, I'm going to show you a few screen grabs that we have that the DOT community shared of what they have already received for Jotun. So another big perk to being in some of these chats, Band or even my line chat, is that you get an opportunity to see some of these Titans and really make a decision whether or not you want to go for it pretty early on. I mean, we saw some of these posts within the first couple hours. So we're seeing Jotun have his own unique skills, like Jotun's Rage, 135% Imperial damage. He also is buffing Goliaths, and you'll notice the last skill is Panther. Now, this is a Jotun that I myself would love to have. Again, this came from the community, but look at those first and last 2 skills, up at 135%. You know, they honestly have really kind of given a pretty nice boost overall to what this Titan can do with those troops. The Imperial damage, the Goliath damage, the Panther damage, and then even the armor that we're seeing for Goliath, Imperials. But this isn't the only mix. We're seeing health get tossed in the mix. We're seeing critical getting tossed in the mix. So there's definitely some different variations out there of what Jotun can do for you and adding it to your troop collection. And I myself also enjoy mixing up the troops now. Kind of doing the Ranger and Cat thing is, it starts to run dry a little bit. So I think Jotun offers a great opportunity to kind of mix it up and bring in multiple troops. Goliaths themselves, still a little slow. I'd love to see a speed spell in the future. Here is that Winter Boot. Again, max, just showing you that it only gives you one gain-free spell, so the 4-stars don't offer any more spells on them. But if you were to have each one of these, I mean, you could end up bringing in 6 additional free spells if you equipped each of these to Jotun. As we switch back to the soul progress, getting us closer to the end and moving into the platinum category, we've got the 4-star Winter Cloak, we've got Epic Token here, and we have the Winter Gloves. So 2 new 4-star relics. We've got 4,000 gems at the 29,000, which would give you enough for 2 more relic pulls for the event if you needed to. But again, remember, it's a total of 11,850 gems as you work your way through this soul event. So here's the Winter Cloak. Yet again, free spells. I haven't seen these ones pre-leveled yet. I'm sure we could check the community for them, even at this point in time. But my assumption is that these are going to start offering the same things, whether they be Goliath, Grenadier, Imperials as one slot, as well as also Titan for another slot, whether it be armor or health, that you're going to get a mixture of different troop boosts and Titan boosts, just at higher percentages when compared to the 3-star. Again, I'm assuming closer to the 20s. So we also have the 4-star Winter Gloves. Again, there is a 3-star, so just think that if you earn that 3-star and you've seen some of the percentages or talked about the skills on there, just imagine what this 4-star can do for you. So taking a look at how this event wraps up, again, other than just the 4-star Winter Gloves, the 4,000 gems, we do have the 3rd Epic Token, not to bypass that one there, but that is all 3 of the Epic Tokens that you can earn throughout this 30,000. So very similar to almost completing 2, but honestly, this 3rd token kind of makes it that much better than just completing 2 standard, let's say, maybe 15,000 soul events. We also see the Orb of Justice, which comes in at the top reward of 30,000 souls. So, I mean, even if you're at least going for Jotun or for these epic tokens, pushing all the way for this Orb of Justice will be a nice addition because it does complete the collection of orbs, matching the 5 thrones. This is the last orb that we have, giving us a 20% Titan and Army ice damage boost. Good for Jotun, good for your Imperials. 16% Titan and Army resist against physical, and a 16% base stat for the Titan and Army resist against fire. Again, this is only at level 1. So as you push these up, again, you'll see each one of these percentages climb. When looking at the Alliance rewards, it follows a pretty standard Alliance soul event. Top 5 get a pre-leveled Titan. That Titan for this one here is going to be another Jotun. So if you complete the event, which I'm sure these top 5 alliances are, they'll walk away with 2 Jotuns. Level 30 for the top 1, then 20, then 10, then down to level 5 for 4th and 5th place. From there, moving into 6 through 50, we're going to see them receiving a Sakani. 6 through 10 get a level 5. 11 through 50 get just a level 1. We see an Epic Token available at 51 through 100. The 4-star Holy Blade for the top 101 through 250. After that, we then move to a traditional Titan Token, starting at 251 and all the way down to 500. Below that, pretty traditional gem breakdown. We've got 2,000 gems, then we've got 1,500 gems, 750 gems, and then all the way down at the end are just 200 gems. And I grabbed this screenshot here before I even started anything with the event. Our Alliance Sanctuary will not be landing all the way down at the bottom there. Right now, we're actually within the Epic Token rank, which is pretty nice that completing the event, which is my plan to do so, I will then walk away with 4 Epic Tokens. And I'd be totally happy with that. I'm excited to get Jotun and add him to the collection. I think he's just a cool, unique Titan. But that is the overall rundown of the Long Winter, which is a very long one, 7-day event. Again, we're now down to just close to maybe 5.5 the time this video is uploading. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you didn't know, again, I used to be FanDuel. I am now the GamingJaeger, just coordinating with all my different game tags throughout and just kind of bringing my gaming to one universal name. So thanks for watching. You can always hit me up on Twitter. You can always hit me up online, where my current ID will stay the same for the time being at DOTFandral. And you can even get me in-game as GamingJaeger. So thanks for watching, guys. And as always, hopefully you'll drop a like, a subscription, and check out some of my other videos. Once again, I'm GamingJaeger, and I'm out.